Hi everybody and welcome back to part 2 of announcing the winners of my Fakemon contest for hitting 500 subscribers on YouTube. In part 1 I showed you the first 4 winners, please check them out and the video if you haven't. In this video I will show you the other 3 winners that were picked by me. And because I feel pretty bad that I couldn't choose all of your submissions, there will be one final winner that will be determined by you, aka the viewers. But I will talk about that after showing you the final picks, so definitely stick around till the end. Like last time, the winners are in no particular order. First winner of today's video and the 5th winner in total is PewterCityJim. Jim is a fellow Fakemon creator, you probably know his project, the Solar Region, definitely worth checking out. He submitted 2 different Fakemon lines and I chose the Rock and Fairy line for Salz. The main reason is that this Fakemon is literally perfect for a certain location, which I quickly showed in my map video. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but here we are. This line is based on the story of Legall. If you want to see a whole video dedicated to its lore and design process, you should visit Jim's channel, cause he made a whole video explaining everything behind this line, which is also the reason why I don't wanna spoil too much right here. I think out of all entries this line was the hardest to draw because of those little gems on its body. Jim gave them such a cool pattern and I tried to replicate it. Kinda worked, but only kinda. I also added a water texture, even though it's not a water type, but it makes sense in a while, you will see. And here it is, Flussalz. The name is a fusion of Fluss, the German term for river, and Salz, the German term for salt. It looks so sad and I just wanna hug it. Let's see if the evolution looks less sad. Probably not. Here's a little more info about the inspiration without spoiling Jim's whole video. It is based on Salt and Lorelei, which in one version of the story is a siren, which lets ships to crash into rocks. And do you know what kind of place is located in the north of the Jermanzburg region? Right, a ship graveyard. I had no major idea or lore behind this place yet, I just wanted to include a cool underwater location, but now it actually makes sense. Here it is, Flussong. As you can guess, it's becoming a humanoid mon, which this reason was lacking because I find them really hard to draw, so thank you Jim. But this line doesn't end here, it's a 3-stage line. In Jim's video he said that this evolution may wreck ships of people who try to pollute the waters where Rhyme Melody lives in. And if you've watched the Jermanzburg series for a while, you know that pollution, trash and similar stuff play a larger role in the region. So this Fakemon was perfect as it ties in with a specific location, inspiration and the theme of the project. Since this Fakemon is inspired by sirens, I think it would be a cool detail that every time this Fakemon is around you hear a song and maybe a bystander says something on the lines of "This sounds amazing, we should see where it comes from." What happens afterwards? I don't know, probably nothing unless you throw your trash around. And here it is, Rhyme Melody, the salty siren Pokemon. Thank you Jim for submitting this awesome line, it was a lot of fun to redraw in my style, I hope you liked them. Winner number 6 is Leox Fakemon, who submitted a conversion Pokemon of Cupchew and Beartic. Check it out on their Insta. So I decided to go with another fire type for the volcanic area of the region, which lies right next to the snow-covered hills. Since it's a regional fake, I thought it would be funny if Cupchew and Beartic can be found in the snow area and right next to them are a few Clubchews and Sparetics. In the Pokédex entry we get the information that these Fakemon were considered to be extinct in the region, which draws parallels to the real-life situation in Germany. We had some bears here and there, but the last one got killed in 2016. However, since 2019 there have been a few sightings at the German-Austrian border. So even though it is unlikely to see a bear in Germany, it is not impossible, and well, nearly every region has a regional bear in some sort of form, so this could be it. Once people of the Jermanzburg region caught a glimpse of Clubchew, they thought it has to be some sort of evil version of Cupchew. This misunderstanding can be explored by the player character in an attempt to help scientists understand what's going on with convergent Pokemon and all the weird new Fakemon in the region. And here it is, the pure fire-type Clubchew, the warmth Pokemon. The name is a reference to the club this little mon is holding, or the name influenced the design, it's probably that way around. And next up, the evolution, Sparetick. I think it's funny that both Cupchew and Beartic both had weapon puns lying around right at the corner and it's working really well. Clubchew referencing the club and Sparetick referencing the spear. Speartick? Oh, it's probably Speartick, sorry. By the way, I had to shorten the spear because it wasn't fitting on the canvas and I didn't want to or couldn't change the canvas size afterwards. Anyways, as I've said, this line is based on the weapons, the club and the spear, but there's more. It has some Viking elements, like the ears that are supposed to resemble horns of those fantasy Viking helmets. Bears are also a symbol of warriors, ferocity and strength, and this design mirrors these points perfectly. Also, normal Capchu has snot dripping from its nose, and that's probably a reference to having a cold. Clapchu, on the other hand, references another sickness, fever, thus explaining the fire typing. Here it is, Spiritic, the fire and fighting type. These Fakemon are quite rare in the region, so only a few people have actually seen them and even less know that it's a conversion Fakemon. Thank you, Helix, for introducing us to this badass line. I hope you like the outcome. So let's see who the final winner is. Winner number 6 is Smorebunni. You can check out Smorebunni both on Instagram and YouTube. The submission was another 2-stage line that I just had to draw. The first stage is called I'm Boreal and is based on the Emperor moth, a beautiful moth with a pattern that looks like eyes. This inspired the giant eyes on I'm Boreal's wings, and I guessed the fancy swirly looking eyes too. The eyes on the wings are used to hypnotize enemies or opponents, giving it the psychic type. And fairy too. Besides the adorable design, the Pokédex entry fully convinced me to choose this Fakemon. Back in ancient times, this Fakemon was kept as a pet by royal families of the Jermanzburg region. I love when Fakemon have a deeper connection to the region and its lore, so it was really exciting to include this little mon. Here it is, I'm Boreal, the royal Pokémon. Such a cute and majestic design. I also love the color scheme of the shiny pink for the win. Also, the name is a fusion of Emperor and Auge, the German term for eye, for obvious reasons. The evolution is less cute, but a lot more royal looking. Its fur and wings look like a fancy coat, however its wings are no longer able to let it fly. It rules over groups of I'm Boreal like an emperor would, but more kindly I guess. I found the detail about I'm Boreal being pets of royal families in the past so intriguing because there actually is a royal family in the Jermanzburg region. Family Slatteringr, to which the second gym leader Aurel belongs to. Spoiler alert, Aurel has an older brother who will play a larger role in the story, which I haven't wrote at this point, but I have a loose idea how it will look like, so you may find out about that in the future, hopefully. Whatever. This older brother of Aurel acts a lot more royal compared to him, and is more or less the poster child of the family. So his team will convey a certain royal aura. Well, more or less, but we will get to that eventually. But he will definitely have this Fakemon on his team, it's just too perfect not to. Here it is, Saturor. The name is a fusion of Saturnia pavonia, the scientific name of the Emperor moth, and, well, moth. I hope you like this Fakemon line as much as I do. Thank you, Smorebunni, for this amazing line. I hope the outcome is as royal as you have imagined it. So these are the 7 winners of the Boreal Mind 500 contest. But it doesn't end here, cause I know that every artist who submitted a design put a lot of effort into them. I wanted to give another artist the chance to be featured in the decks. For this I will show you all other submissions and tell you how they would be incorporated into the region if they get picked. I will give each Fakemon line a certain emoji that will be shown on screen. To vote for your favorite design you have to include the emoji in your comment. And because sometimes certain devices don't show emojis, please also include the Fakemon or artist name. You have to vote for 2 designs, so only 1 emoji doesn't count, more than 2 don't count, and 2 times the same emoji also doesn't count. You are allowed to vote for your own Fakemon, that's fine, but please don't make 1000 fake accounts and vote for your design. I want this to be as fair as possible. Also, if in the end 2 Fakemon have the same amount of votes or way more votes than all others, I will pick 2 winners. But by way more votes, I'm talking about like 20 or 19 likes versus 1 like, and not 4 or 3 versus 1 like. If it was the later scenario, I would pick the one with 4 votes, and not the one with 4 and the one with 3 votes. I hope that makes sense. I will let you know if this happens, but that was already too much talking. First Fakemon is Schugtota by Vounilaio with Gibbster. It's based on a German dance, the Schuhplattler and the Oktoberfest. The male and female versions have some strong gender differences based on German clothing. It can be found dancing around with Cromong and Seraphine and the rest of the gang through the forest of the Jermanzburg region. Second one is 8 Cake by Legall, which is based on Chocolate Cake and Paul the Psychic Octopus, which was used as some sort of medium to predict the outcomings of the Soccer World Championships in 2010. It would be used by the fairy tale food gym leader like Schnell and Neumakago from part 1. Third one is the electric type Trumaram by LavaTyrant, who created a regional variant of his own Fakemon Fantaram, based on Norse mythology. So if you want to connect the Mahagari region and the Jermanzburg region even more than it already is, this is the Fakemon to choose. It can be found on the highest mountains hunting for lightnings. Fourth one is Vounilaio's evolution line by Geek Adventures, another electric type family based on wind, wind spirits and thunderstorms. If both this line and Trumaram get chosen as the fan favorite lines, I will think about making some sort of group who dedicates themselves to thunderstorms, and these two Fakemon will be their signatures. Fifth one is All for One by 123 Wolf Art, which was colored by LavaTyrant. A dark and kinda sinister looking bear Fakemon that could be encountered in areas like the dark forest of the region and the more remote parts of the Gridlock area. Sixth Fakemon is Sabasino by Ashley Ketchum, an ice and steel type based on a lynx and white rust. I can imagine this Fakemon being rivals with Jermanzburg Luxray, who is a fire type, so the perfect counterpart for an ice type, and it's also based on a lynx. We don't have a lot of counterpart Fakemon in the region yet, so it would be fitting. Seventh artist is Mischievous, who submitted two Fakemon. First one is cute little Portland based on Heinzelmännchen, little creatures who help out people with their work. They can be seen bringing trainers items in the night. Second one is Hamelur based on the Pied Piper of Hamelin, a popular German story. It's another music-based Fakemon which could fit in once again with the Cramon gang. Eighth artist is LVVV998, I have no idea if this was correct, with 3 submissions. First one is Frost, a little black hole inspired mon which fits into the desert of the region, which will inhabit a lot of space themed mons. Second one is Linura, a pretty flower Fakemon which often wanders near graveyards, leaving behind a sweet smell. And the final one, Thief, the little ghosts who try to pickpocket trainers if they don't pay attention. Ninth one is Contra Roach by Swagsire YouTube, which is a little cockroach-inspired Fakemon that tries to help and fight for others. It was unsuccessful in its home region, so it came to the Jermanzburg region to try again. I really like bug Pokemon, so they are always welcome. This one is often teaming up with Gillifer to help humans and Fakemon alike. 10th artist Helix Cartographer, who made a whole video about his 2 entries. First one, Oozenglass, which is inspired by the tale Alice in Wonderland. They inhabit various items like cats do, so if you enter a Jermanzburg house and talk to a vase or something similar, you may encounter an Oozenglass. The second entry is Redpole, a Fakemon based on tadpoles and frogs. And a pun related to tires, cars and ambulance cars. It's a Fakemon often seen near Pokemon centers or places with a lot of sick or injured Fakemon. Check out the video for more information. 11th artist is GamesNStuff, who submitted Seakit, a Fakemon that can be found in the Jermanzburg Sea, an area that definitely needs a few more Fakemon to be inhabited by. Despite looking dangerous, it does not attack humans and even helps people who fell into the sea. They are more common at the ship graveyard in the north. 12th artist is Pin-sized Kiwi, with their cute little fairy rock Fakemon Carbolt. It uses a crystal screwdriver to unscrew machine parts, especially in mines, as a prank. This Fakemon could be part of a quest line where some miners ask you to help them with a problem involving this little guy, who likes to sabotage them. It is mostly found in caves, which I actually forgot to include in the map video, but there are caves in the Jermanzburg region. 13th artist is I Forgot, who also uploaded a video on his YouTube channel giving an in-depth explanation about his Fakemon Pipesqueak. It is also based on the Pied Piper of Hamelin and has a different approach than Hamelur. Its evolution is able to control rat-like Fakemon. We have a few of them in the Jermanzburg region, so you may find a horde of rat-like Fakemon attacking you while a mysterious puppeteer is lurking behind them. And last but definitely not least is Cotopilla by King Darkmaster. It's a webby little mon based on fleas that rivals Spidops in their ability to create webs. It feels like it would be home in the dark forest of the region, leaving behind webs that the player character could walk into. Sometimes smaller Fakemon get tangled up in them and may need some help to escape again. So these were all the remaining 13 artists you can choose from. Pick the 2 artists you like the most by including the emoji and artist or Fakemon name in your comment. If you want to, you can also tell me why you chose those Fakemon so I get a general view why you chose those. The deadline for the voting is March 1st. Thanks again to all the artists who participated, and I'm sorry again that I couldn't choose all your designs, but I had to stop at some point. I still hope you had fun and maybe learned something new about Germany. Please know that I appreciate every single entry to this contest. Hopefully you are looking forward to the future of this channel and the Jermanzburg region. Please check out all the artists, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment and like. See you in the comments!